You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network. Now the largest new media platform on the web and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean. Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AFTERBUZZ TV's Happy Endings After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Happy Endings After Show.
Hey everybody, Bing is for doing, and we are doing another Happy Endings After Show. This is episode 304, more like Stanksgiving. Am I right, guys?
Stank on you.
Yeah.
Well, it's where things stop getting polite and start getting real.
Start getting stanky.
Real ratchet.
Real
ratchet.
Real quick.
Hi everybody, I am Matt Lieberman. Sitting to my left.
And I am Spicy Marty, making things sizzle left and right.
Damn, girl.
I'm Kelly.
And I'm Thomas. That's it.
And this is the real world AFTERBUZZ.
Yeah. Thomas, I gotta be real with you, man. The fact
up,
that you're
bro?
not into your intro, it makes me concerned for your well-being.
I'm sorry, bro. I just had a really bad situation with the makeup department. Like, I'm not used to wearing makeup.
Yeah.
And, like, it kind of blocked my tear ducts, so you can't really see my emotion.
Right there, right in the fields,
that sounded
bro.
real genuine.
Right in the fields. That's where you got me.
I don't know. I was just trying to be
Yeah.
funny.
So we had an awesome holiday episode this week, kind of echoing the Friends Thanksgiving episode, where we saw sort of like Thanksgivings from the past.
Yeah.
But in this case, we're seeing the real world Sacramento, where Brad and Max were cast members, and where our gang kind of coalesced for the first time.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's the Lost season. They didn't air it because one of the house members burned down the house.
Yes, and it was very clear which one. Just the quiet,
Yes.
scary, just the Carrie type.
Yes, the very scary one with long hair that, she does no makeup, sits
Yeah.
in the back.
But isn't
She
it
burned down
interesting
the
that
house.
this is what brought them together, and then it kind of unearthed all of their dirty business?
Right.
Exactly.
Of course, it's the real world.
When
Wouldn't
they
have
got
it any
real.
other way.
Yeah, and they all kind of forgot about it, and then as it started airing, they were like, oh.
But the whole thing was
oh.
centered around Max, where he's supposed to come out. We're waiting for him to come out the closet.
Yeah.
And the entire time, we get to see what I was so excited to see, him and Penny and their awkward relationship.
Oh my God! That like kind of like attack, avoid, make out, like the oh.
And he's desperately like trying so hard to act like he's straight. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, we just have tons of sex.
All the time.
Hetero
All
sex.
the
Lots of hetero sex.
It's
And it's so awkward, even he apologizes for it.
yeah. It's so bad, and like Penny's hair.
I love the hair.
She had like the big mom hair.
Yeah.
That was awful.
Yeah.
I don't even remember that being in 2002.
It was because it was kind of like, again, like an ode to Friends. It was, remember when Monica had the short
Oh,
like hair
yeah.
like that? That's what it reminded
I forgot
me
about
of.
that. I got that haircut. I
And then they had
forgot. I
They had
forgot
Pink
about that.
Jane. Remember Pink Jane?
Yeah, Punk
I
Jane
Punk
was
Jane.
back,
Forgot
and
about
so
Gwen
was
Jane.
Dreads.
Stefani Jane.
Yes.
There you
Yeah,
go.
Stefani Jane and Dreads Brad,
Yes.
who hated each other at first.
Well, he didn't like her.
Yeah,
We don't
he
really
didn't-
know how she.
Yeah, she didn't really say.
Mm-mm.
Well, she was too busy about making that sign-up sheet to go
Yeah.
get people in the hot tub. Like,
Well, she's always
She's
been
a
type
Jane.
A Jane.
Yeah. You can't take the type A out of the Jane.
No,
alright? There's
she
an
can
A
look-
right in there.
But I
Sure.
love
True.
that this is like the second time too we've got to see Brad in his dreads, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we saw that before, so they
Mhm.
took us back to that. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah. I loved Max's big moment that he'd been building to all this time. He takes a huge bite of a sandwich. I'm Greg.
and then he's like, "Wait, you got it." I said I'm gay, and they're like, "No, you're Greg." And then
Yeah.
they're like, "Now Gregs are allowed in the military. Now
Yeah.
Gregs can get married. You're an inspiration for all Gregs." And he's like,
Yeah.
Well, because he thinks he was the first person to ever come out
Right.
like he
Except
would have
for
been the first
Ellen
one to do
and,
it
like,
on
everybody.
television.
Yeah.
He would have been the first one.
Which would have been super cool had it aired and had he really said that he was gay.
Had he really done it? Yeah. Kind of skipping ahead, but like on the same vein, like during the tag, you had that moment with like Brad and Max fighting over the dishes, and then Brad says, you know, you don't want me to get mad because when I get mad, I get naked. When I get naked, I fight. And I wouldn't want a naked fight with you.
Yeah,
And it got awkward. He's like, oh, this is kind of weird.
Right. Totally. And they completely skipped over the fact that he said, "Oh, I'm supposed to do the dishes because I'm black." And what was that? I can't.
Oh,
remember.
and have dreads.
And have
dreads.
dreads. Yeah. And he was like, "No, you're supposed to do my dishes." Aha, got you. Like completely skipped over the racial issue once again that they always do.
Yeah.
No one is safe on this show.
Yeah.
And then they talked about Max's name. He thought his name was Math, or what was his name?
Maps.
Maps.
Maps. I think it was Maps.
Maps.
Like, why would it be named after a thing? He's like, I don't know. I think your name was Maps. Like,
Yeah.
it was just.
I
And
thought
that-
your name was Thomas until I realized it was Tomas.
Yeah. Tomas. Tomas
So I
Piland.
realized you were really 1/5 Navajo.
And I got wrong.
Navajo Dave.
Navajo Dave.
The whole part could be close. though.
Navajo Dave, who is like, all you white people just wouldn't understand.
And this is the return of Navajo Dave.
Yeah.
He,
Oh
would-
my
you know,
gosh,
he
yeah.
did the same thing last season, which I thought was hilarious.
Hilarious.
With that jacket that they all love so much.
Yeah.
But he really went around like trying to really prepare this authentic Native
Navajo
American
Thanksgiving.
Yeah. He was committed.
Well, he's a chef. He's foodie obsessed, and he wants to protect his rep as a member of the tribe.
Right. And we'll see, and Alex is trying to be supportive. She made him some Navajo-hos.
Yeah.
I
Which he
appreciated
didn't like,
that.
but he took one
Yeah.
as he went to go buy the clams.
He
'cause
found them deliciously offensive.
Yeah, and be sure and tweet us because I didn't know that clams were a part of the traditional. Maybe I'm really bad at history, but I didn't know that clams were part of the traditional first Thanksgiving. I mean, it makes sense because it's Massachusetts.
It's Massachusetts.
But I'd never heard. I knew it was turkey and corn is what, and that cornucopia thing. That we
Yeah,
always
be
had
sure to tweet at us at AfterBuzz TV. Let's just all give our Twitter handles right now so you can reach out to us directly. I am at Matt Lieberman, Lieberman.
And you can play with my Twitter at spicy_Mari, SPICY_MARI.
And mine is Kelly with an IE079. And I have my iPad, so you can tweet me now and we can chat.
Word, and you can twidazzle me at Thomas Guide, TOMASGUIDE, or Tomas Guide.
Tomas guy.
But yeah, I mean, I didn't know there was clams, but it was just pretty interesting when he went on that little excursion.
He
that
went on this trip that he felt gave him some perspective into his people's struggles.
Which it kind of did, and it was written. It was not to give too much away, but it was written really well.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
How it, like the terms and things that happened, and I was
The
just,
escalation.
Yes.
You had these pilgrims who, you know, he was happy to help them out, and then they stole his car and his wallet. And then he wanders into the clams shop, and he trades his jacket in for a blanket which has cat hair all over it, but it's similar to those smallpox blankets.
Oh.
that were handed out to Native Americans.
Exactly.
I'm
As
slow because I
Yeah.
was like, what? Thank you
Yeah.
for the historical.
Well,
very
and he's
well.
allergic, so he has like a reaction
Yeah.
to it like they would have.
And then he
had.
goes to sell the tickets, and he scalps them right in front of.
Scalping!
Exactly.
I didn't get that at all.
You guys really didn't?
No! That's so funny.
See,
Oh, okay.
we
I'm
all
like,
learn something new every day from
This
each
guy,
other.
you know what? He's humble.
That was very good.
He's smart. He's on top of his game. I like it.
And then he got arrested for scalping, so you know.
Yeah.
So
That
Happy
was
Endings was giving
good.
smallpox and scalping and doing all of that.
Well,
in
you
the
guys really
episode
didn't get
tonight.
that?
That went over
I thought
my
you guys-
head.
I was like, okay, I was rolling around the couch. If you had a camera in there, you would have seen me like rolling because it was hilarious. Because I'm like, oh, we got scalping, the blanket.
If you have a camera on him when he's not here, he's always rolling. But that's just who he is. He's just very.
I'm a
he's,
barrel of laughs.
he's a very
yes.
playful person, and he likes rolling around the ground.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Depends, but yeah.
That caused
Anyway,
for a moment
Bro,
of
I don't
silence.
want a naked fight with you. What?
that'd be kind of awkward.
That'd be weird.
That's for the
Stop.
after show.
Yeah.
That's after show.
Me and
And
my
you-
That's the
girlfriend have
after
very
blog.
lots
You
of
can blo-
hetero sex.
and
Very
be sure,
hetero.
and be sure and blog about that at AfterBuzzTV.com/blogs. You
Yes.
can blog about multiple shows here at AfterBuzz TV,
Yes.
and let us know your opinions. It's
I think
a way
we have
to
10 after blogs going right now. I think we have Homeland and Doctor Who. Boardwalk Empire has one. I think Dexter has one. a cool new feature to the AfterBuzz family. Yeah. So
Great
let's talk about we talked a bit about Dave, but between Dave and Alex, this was their first dinner party at their new apartment.
Right. Really, really quick before we get into that.
Yeah.
Why didn't anybody mention Dave looking like Kid Rock in that episode?
Oh my
in like
God,
the real
right.
world.
Yeah.
Did we not? No, did anybody
No,
not
you're
notice
right.
that?
No,
Like he
yeah.
had like the
Point.
long hair and like the mustache.
Oh, that's true. Wait, but I didn't think that was him. I thought that was a body double.
No,
that was him.
That was
He
him.
has a six pack like that. Like he
Oh,
was
yeah.
looking chiseled.
Yeah.
I thought that was like
Can't you see it through the V-necks?
no. I thought that was somebody else. I was like, that must be like a
No.
double or
No.
something.
That's
Oh,
Dave's
no.
role on this show. He's the insecure, kind of dull hot guy.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back and
But-
rewind.
but at the
That's
same
a
time-
16th Native American.
Yeah.
So.
At the same time, though, he kind of has like something weird going on with his look this season. His hair is like kind of like all frosty.
You mentioned the beard. or
and his
goatee.
beard. He has a beard and he has like weird kind of half chops. Like they're not full mutton chops, but they're just kind of like right here.
Well, I wonder if it's because he's in a relationship, so it's a
Mm.
little bit of a different look. He's a little bit more homely because
he doesn't need to impress anybody.
Right.
Like he's getting comfortable.
Yeah.
Right, because he doesn't. To me, it doesn't really look like his hair is like all. It's a little. The style's a little different. It's a little more relaxed.
It's a little scruffier.
Then a
Yeah.
little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe it's because
Yeah.
he's
Well,
comfortable in his relationship.
He hasn't moved in his stuff yet,
No.
so
No.
it feels like he's uncomfortable. But
Or indecisive. Doesn't really know if he
indecisive,
wants
we're
to.
not quite ready. But it turns out that he is, and that Alex was mistaken all along.
She
Correct.
sleeps with her eyes open.
Yeah.
And it was like, babe, were you sleeping with your eyes open? She's like, oh, I still do that.
Yeah.
It was kind of funny.
She takes naps with her eyes open. Now, since they don't have all their furniture in there, we've got this Thanksgiving table, and we've got 4 chairs of different sizes, an exercise ball, and a sex swing, which she thought was like for work purposes.
Didn't
So
it
you
seem
don't
more
get
like
your
a...
We're handling
Yeah.
business.
Yeah.
Well, and then she said
That's
she got it
business.
at the
flea
flea
market.
market.
Flea
And then
market.
she's like, Penny's like, I hope you disinfected that. It seemed more like an LA Thanksgiving than a Chicago. Like if you're to stereotype,
Yeah.
it'd be
Yeah.
like all those random
That
people
looked
getting
like my
together. and,
table, like 4 different chairs.
hey, high five to that. Like,
Really? Who has all the same sets of chairs these days, anyways?
Yeah.
I know I don't.
But we kind of got into some of the tension in that our main triangle of Penny, Alex, Dave, where when Penny found out that Dave had moved his stuff in, she was resisting the urge to meddle but couldn't resist it long enough.
Mhm.
Well, I thought it was interesting how she came at Penny. I've never really seen Alex aggressive or
Yeah.
kind of angry. She's always sweet and bubblegum and apple pie. And she got a little aggressive with Penny. I thought that there was going to be, naked cat fight
Oh,
going
yeah.
down.
Well, I think it's because
Thomas's eyes just like flicked off into like, I wonder.
What would that be like?
Yeah.
But I think it was because she is also insecure about that. She knows it's weird that he hasn't moved his stuff in. She doesn't want to admit that it is.
she's telling her right
And-
there, actually.
Yeah, and it's just bringing up, her own insecurities about their relationship. And I think
Yeah.
that's why she got aggressive and kind of lashed out at Penny
Yeah.
because Dave's not there for her to,
Do you guys think that Penny still has feelings for Dave?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, by the way she acted.
Yeah.
You could just see
It was
'cause
like
she
guilty, right?
She's trying to cover up for it right there. Like
Well,
she's,
I don't think she ever dealt with them.
No, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
It's all this stuff that she only just recently realized that she really has, and she has had no way to process it, no way to deal with it, and she's just been trying to bury it, and eventually it's going to come back in a big way.
Well, beginning of last season, in the beginning, there was a little bit of kind of sexual energy or tension between them, right?
Yeah.
When Alex and Dave broke up, there was a little spark between them.
In the first season?
Last season, in the
No, when
beginning
when their
episodes.
therapists were dating.
right,
Yeah.
therapist,
And that
though.
that's
when
where
I
we
felt
thought
it.
Yeah.
we thought something was going to happen there, and they never explored that. And then they came back and they mentioned it, that it was just kind of, they're back together, so
Yeah.
that door's closed. So she never did deal with that whole
Yeah.
issue. And they've known each other forever. And then we see, the real world Sacramento really shined a light on a lot of things
Yeah.
about this little, group of friends.
Well, if they're like friends, they're all going to wind up sleeping together, swapping. If it's
Yeah.
anything like Friends, the TV show.
I want to talk about the producers of the Real World Sacramento, who when they had Penny in that interview, they were really fishing. 'Cause
Yes.
she's not even a character on the show, and they start asking her about other guys besides Max,
the
her
montage
boyfriend.
was the best that they show.
Like looking.
Of her looking at him and putting his hair behind his ear and, just making it look like there was something
That was
more
editing,
there.
by the way. That was
Yeah,
all
Well,
editing.
and she was-
absolutely.
But she also, when they asked a question, she's like, "No, I don't know. Wait, is he? Is he looking where?" And then she started like,
Or did he say something
Did he
about
say
me?
something?
"What did he say?"
Which is a total girl response. Wait, I don't know if I like him. Does he like me?
Right.
Because
Did he
then maybe I do.
Anything? But
I
I
didn't
love that
think
every
about
time
it.
somebody got caught for something on the show, they blamed it on the editing. Like they all resorted back to Brad's penis, how he has to talk to it before he takes a pee.
Hello, wanker.
Penny
Hello,
did that
Gov.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Every single one of
Hello,
them.
Mr. Wiener. You ready for some morning peace? I don't remember if that was the exact line, but I really hope that it was, because
But-
otherwise, where did that come from?
Well, and it was funny because Jane got upset at Brad. Like,
Yeah.
she got really mad about things he said said about her in the diary room and stuff like that. And then when it came back to her and how she was trying to sleep with another guy in the cast,
Oh, yeah.
ended up in Brad's bed, that was really funny. And then he's like, "Was I a mistake?" And she's like, "You were the best mistake."
Yeah.
Brad. But nothing's been a mistake since.
Ultimately very sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimately a very sweet moment. Before we get into that, really quick, I just want to talk about iTunes. Just before we get into that, hey guys, so please like and comment on iTunes, subscribe to us on iTunes, and like and comment on YouTube. We love reading your comments; they're really helpful. We're so glad that you love the show. AfterBuzz TV puts out around 50 series a week now, which is a crazy amount. So if you like this show, there's probably another show that you love that we do an AfterBuzz show for. You should check that out as well.
Correct.
Agreed. Settled?
All
Yes.
in favor say
Yes.
aye.
Aye.
Yes.
We need more ratings too. So if you rate us, we'd like 5 stars, please. Thanks.
Pretty please. Thank you.
Free happy endings for everyone if we get 5 stars.
Yeah, because
You
we all know
heard
that
it.
I like to roll around. So
Yes,
let's just
you know.
You heard it here first, folks. Spicy Marty and Thomas.
rolling around.
We're
Hey, we
horns
roll
for
up our
life.
sleeves,
Yeah.
But no, it's
Do what we
interesting
gotta
though.
do.
So back to that. It was
Yeah.
interesting to see like Jane actually in the hot seat because a lot of times it's Brad that's in the hot seat. It was interesting to
Mm-hmm.
see her kind of have to shuffle her deck of cards and kind of fix things. And Brad. It was interesting to see Brad that hurt by it.
Yeah.
Because he is an emotional character in the show, but he really got hurt by that because it showed how much he really loves his wife.
Yeah, well, it's a toss-up, because for her it was the first time that they'd ever met, and he hated her from the first impression. But that was the first time that they ever got together, the first time they ever kissed, the first time they ever all that stuff. And to think that that was founded on a lie would really, would shake any guy's confidence.
She said
Yeah.
it was love at first sight, and then she's
And then-
asking for Jared. Was
Yeah.
that his name?
Yeah,
Yes,
Jared.
Jared.
Now-
Butt chin Jared.
You're right.
Yeah,
Yes.
Booty chin, Jared.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Booty chin.
Man got a
chin.
booty on his chin.
Booty
Her
chin Jared.
Going or thinking that she's going to another man's bedroom and accidentally winding up in Brad's bed and still sleeping with him is ratchet.
Yeah,
That's ratchet.
When
That
you
is
can go
ratchet.
That
use that word.
Is
Can
the
we-
real
can we-
world.
Can we define ratchet for people that what did we?
What did you come up with, Kelly? You said that ratchet is
It's kind of like,
gross,
like
spoiled.
bad, dirty, not quite right.
Like spoiled, but not like spoiled child, like spoiled food, like rancid.
But just kind of like, it's just not quite right. It's just,
Yeah.
it's just a little off.
Like
Just,
misbehaving, kind of
eh,
gross.
It's kind of,
Like
not
acting
depending
up,
on
acting
how
up.
you
quite
use it, but-
classy.
Yeah.
Right.
Less than
The
classy.
opposite of classy.
Yeah.
actually. Well, that was Jane.
Yeah.
We see she didn't have it all quite together in that episode.
But
What
she
now?
got classy. She can cook a mean turkey now.
Well,
And
I
she could
love.
swap them out and no one
that
caught
was
her.
perfect. The fact that her and Brad could smell that the turkey had danced.
Yeah.
That was that
It was so funny.
Alex had made the turkey do that. I love that. They
Yeah.
are so
And
hilarious.
then she just wrap it in a rug and throw it in the river.
By the way, there is a video, but I would actually upload it. It's really funny, but my little sister shot a video of my mother making the turkey or chicken dance. My mom just does it. I don't. It's
That's
just
a
really
real
funny.
thing. People do
My
that.
mom will actually like sing and make it dance, and my sister was like, "Really?" And so, as an adult, she's like, "Mom, can you do this?" And she videoed her like one Thanksgiving. It was
That's
pretty
so
hilarious.
cute.
But back to the show, it just kind of. but that's what I like about the show is that it actually relates. We talk
triggers
about this a lot.
memories.
Yeah.
Memories growing up, but also memories of like just different shows and like different artists and stuff.
Was
So.
there any references to anything from our childhood in this episode?
Well, she talked about when when Alex, when the guests started arriving at the house and Penny brought wine, she's like, "It was just like Sideways." Do you remember that movie Sideways?
Oh yeah.
So, all about the wine,
Yep,
all
there
of
was
that.
Vanilla Sky.
Vanilla
Vanilla
Sky.
Sky.
Yes.
Because
I did
Alex
love
is
that
upset
movie.
that everyone, she's like, people still say, it's because of Vanilla Sky.
That
Yeah.
really
Over
was
it.
a turning point in our
Well-
lives, though. I mean, Vanilla Sky, we hadn't seen anything like that from Cameron Diaz
No.
before.
It was
Yeah, that
such
was-
a
And
trip
Tom
down.
Or
Cruise.
Cameron Crowe or Tom Cruise.
And Penelope.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But that was like such a fun misdirect because it was like, it was 2002. We were still dealing with the aftermath of Vanilla Sky's release.
I'm tired of everybody using Vanilla Sky as an excuse.
Yeah.
So and with the excuses, like when Jane had to correct herself and she tried to write things with Brad, did you not think it was funny how she researched things that were also accidents, like
I
Play-Doh?
loved that.
You
But
know,
that's so Jane.
Slinkies.
That's such a Jane
Mhm.
move.
And Brad was like, "Oh, I love Slinkies. Play-Doh,
Yeah.
I love the smell." and she's like, "See, they were all mistakes, but they're the best thing that ever happened." And then just like it may have not been intentional at the beginning, but nothing was a mistake after. And it was just a really neat way of putting
Yeah.
that all together and showcasing her, because she is the overachiever, so she had to find
Right,
a way
she
to
had
like
to find a
top
way
her
to-
mistake.
yes.
And
Mhm.
I really like that about Jane. Yeah.
It was a really, really sweet couples moment. I love them. They're such
I
a
do
good
too.
couple.
And I love
So
that
good
there's
together.
certain names that came from. I wrote down Kirkovich sisters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kirkovich and Jerkovich.
Yes.
And Jerkovich. And then Hazor deals with clams.
Yes. Navajo Dave's new name.
Navajo Dave has a new name. That
He
is
went
adorable.
through, what did he say? He feels like he personally went through what they went through all in one day.
And
Right.
everyone was just like, nope.
Very inappropriate.
offensive.
Penny, even
Very
Penny, who
offensive.
at the bar mitzvah made the
Oh,
horrible
yes.
comment.
Yes,
Yeah.
the
She's
Jewish
like, that was,
comment.
yeah, and now she's like, I guess Penny's grown,
Yeah.
because now she's like, that was really inappropriate.
See, last episode was about Jews. This one's about Navajo. See, no one's.
Every-
We're making our way around the
Yes.
racial and ethnic circle.
I told you
Everyone's
they'd do
gonna
that.
have their due this season.
Waiting for the Polish. Attack the Polish. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Like, half Polish or something. Anyway. But
I can totally imagine Jane having a bunch of Polak jokes.
I could see that.
Yeah, I can see her rattling them off, getting really excited.
Because it is
Everyone's like,
Chicago.
"Ah,
It is Chicago. Chicago has a very large Polish population.
Polish sausage, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sausage.
Yes. It's
Sorry.
very hetero.
I can't
It's
help it.
very
Wait,
hetero
but
sausage.
hey, we have to keep this. What's the rating? Iffy, according to
Oh, yeah.
DirecTV.
DirecTV called this episode 14 plus iffy for teens.
Yes.
So we're
I
keeping
love
it
that.
iffy. I won't
We're
tell the bad joke that I
keeping
referred to
it
about
iffy.
being Polish. But
Thanksgiving
yeah.
is iffy.
Keeping it iffy, guys. Keeping it iffy.
But yeah, it was good times.
Oh yeah.
Definitely happy endings. Iffy happy endings.
Do we have any news or gossip or anything, guys? Nothing?
Well, just that the show is going to be not going to be back for 2 weeks.
Which
we
is a
don't get it
major
back.
bummer.
Oh.
Yeah.
We
but
don't get it back till December 4th.
Oh,
Dang.
sad face.
I know. 2 whole weeks with no happy ending.
That
That's
means
ratchet.
Tuesdays are free. Yes.
Aw.
No, it's fine.
That's ratchet. We can say ratchet. For
That's
that, right?
ratchet.
That's
That's
ratchet.
Ratchet is iffy.
That's
the writers
ratchet.
took a little break, I take it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna try to get Prentice Penny back on. He said
Yes.
when
Yes.
when we come back before the Christmas holidays, he said he's gonna try to come out.
Yeah, he said either the 8th or the 11th of December.
Oh,
So
great.
hopefully we can have him come in because he wants to come for his episode.
Yeah.
It's a Christmas episode.
Oh,
So
terrific.
that'll be fun, and it's always good to hear from the writers. We love hearing. I would really love to sit in that writers' room, like
They need
the
to let
real
us.
world
Yeah.
Sacramento. I mean, how
how
many
did that-
like what real world episode did you? I think I only watched like 2 seasons.
Las Vegas
But
was mine.
It was 5, 6.
I think I watched like
You're a real fan.
All
Nine.
of them.
New
No, I
York
think
and
6, I
San
think.
Diego.
Yeah.
I think is all
San
I
Diego I
watched.
never watched.
I watched like Austin because I'm from Austin, but
Woo.
they all annoyed me, and I
yeah,
thought
they deserved everything that came at them, and I am so sorry, but now that we're speaking about that cast deserved everything that came at
Well,
them.
I thought that they showed the world. They didn't even do Austin justice, and that bothered me.
But that
Oh,
cast was
well.
so.
Yeah.
Did you
Thomas
guys
has
see-
like
Oh,
That was
sorry.
ratchet. That cast was ratchet.
Thomas has like a lot of bottled up feelings about this season that he has yet to be able to deal with,
It was ratchet.
and they're all just coming to the surface.
No, but I know I completely agree with Kelly
Yeah.
on that. But yeah.
But see, I would have watched Real World Sacramento.
This
Oh.
last
Oh, that was
season,
especially the girl that burned down the house.
Did anybody see the last season of this Real World?
Mm-mm.
It was,
No.
I think, St. Thomas. It was one of those islands. I watched it because my boyfriend is a secret, like, reality junkie. Anyways, Maria Menounos from AfterBuzz TV hosted the season finale, the reunion
Oh,
for
really?
wow.
this real world. So it all connects back together, folks. Happy ending. See?
Happy
Yes,
ending.
it
That
all
was a
comes
happy
full
ending to that
circle.
story.
All comes full
Yeah, the reunions
circle.
when the dirt always comes out on the shows. You know, just
Yeah.
just like Housewives. When
Oh,
she
yeah.
does the
That's what this
AfterBuzz
episode was. It was just a big reunion show.
Yes, it was.
Yes.
All the dirt came out.
Yes.
Everybody got outed, not just Max.
Oh,
everybody
yeah.
got outed. in this
Everybody
Max,
episode.
but
Max
Max
is Greg
got
and
outed.
Yeah,
proud.
everybody but
Max
Max.
is Greg and proud.
Yes, Greg and proud. All right, guys.
Yeah.
If that's all we got, then yeah, predictions.
Yep.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV.
Oh yeah.
You know, my biggest prediction is Alex and Dave. I foresee a big fiasco when Dave moves in. I assume probably moving furniture around and stuff like that. Closed. Him and Alex gonna butt heads, and Jane's probably gonna be like, and Jane will probably start. Why would you allow Dave to put his stuff there, Alex? And it's gonna be a whole little situation. And then Penny may try to comfort Dave, and then it causes
If
Alex
Jane
to
even lets Dave move his stuff in alone, she'll probably come in and take it over and do it.
choreograph it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good prediction.
She'll control the movers and do it herself.
Yeah.
I predict this whole Penny thing escalating a little bit more. I think they're going to play with that some more and her little bottled up feelings for Dave. I think something's going to happen where Alex starts to think that they're having like a secret affair or something, and really they're just like planning their 6-month anniversary or something back together. Like Penny's helping Dave plan their anniversary or something. It's going to be something like that.
Or maybe
Yeah.
Jane puts a seed in her head. Maybe that. Puts a seed in Alex's head. Like
the seed is planted.
she'll share, and then Jane kind of like
Yeah.
does like creepy detective
Well, that's
work.
the thing is the secret is sort of out now. Everybody knows that Penny, at least at some point, had feelings for Dave, except Dave.
Oh,
because Dave wasn't
Oh,
there.
you're right.
Wasn't
Yeah,
there.
Dave
So
wasn't
that's
there.
like one big reveal that they have left. I think they've spent so much time putting Dave and Alex together that they're going to be in this apartment for the majority of the season. I don't think that there's going to be much to pull them apart.
Well, and don't forget, I mean, we know that Penny gets a boyfriend.
Yes.
So, and that's hopeful. I think that comes out next episode.
Oh, great.
That I think it was episode 5 that which is the next one, that she gets a boyfriend. So we'll get to meet him and kind of see if that maybe brings out some feelings in Dave that he
Didn't
you know,
even know
didn't.
he
Well,
had.
because remember in last season that you brought up when the therapists were trying to make them deal with their feelings for each other, and they were both kind of denying it a little.
Yeah.
So maybe this will bring his feelings also back up, because now Penny's not single.
Yeah.
You know, she's got someone
That's a good
taking, you know, because
prediction.
that
That's
could
a good
always
one.
be.
All right.
Well, do you have it, folks? There you go.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to our Happy Endings after show. I, again, am Matt Lieberman. You can find me online at Matt Lieberman on Twitter. I also have a sketch comedy series called Viewers Like You. You can find that at VLYTV.com. Live comedy every Friday night at Danger Room Improv on Facebook.
And I am Spicy Mari. Like I told you before, you can play with my Twitter at spicy_Mari. Or if you want to get really ratchet, you can go to thespicylife.com for more.
And you can tweet me at Kellie with an IE 079.
Matt Thomas, and you can twidazzle me at Thomas Guide, TOMASGUIDE, and send me some ratchet ass tweets. Let's do it.
We're gonna trademark Twidazzle for Thomas.
Twidazzle.
Twidazzle and Ratchet.
And ratchet.
Yes,
Well-
yes.
I'm not gonna say it. Thanks, guys.
Good night,
Have
everybody.
happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.